and welcome if you're new. In today's video, I'm going to share with you a cook with me, and we are going to make banana bread. So you guys requested for me to do a cooking video. You know, usually when I have my apron on, I am painting or doing some kind of home makeover project. I'm definitely no Betty Crocker, but I do love to bake, so I thought I would share with you my very simple, easy, and delicious recipe for banana bread. My kiddos love it, my nieces love it. In fact, they texted me last weekend to try and get the recipe from me, so I'm going to leave that recipe in the description box below. And without further ado, let's get to baking some delicious banana bread. So to get started on this banana bread, the first thing you want to do is get out your recipe. I'll leave the recipe down below in the description box, and then you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. The next thing you want to do is take 3 bananas, and it's okay if your bananas have some brown spots. That will actually make your banana bread even yummier and sweeter. These bananas are perfect, but I've used some that are aged even more, and it works great. So go ahead, peel your bananas, and then you want to get your masher out, and you want to mash your bananas really well in the bottom of your large mixing bowl. Now that you have your bananas all mashed up, you want to add 1 cup of sugar. After I add my sugar, I add 1/3 cup of melted butter. The next thing I'm going to do is take an egg and crack an egg into the cup that I used to melt the butter in, and you want to whisk your egg up before you put it into your mixture. Then once my egg is whisked, I just go ahead and add that into the entire mixture. And then it calls for 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I was actually out of vanilla, so I just made this recipe without it, and it still tasted really good. So you can add your vanilla at this point or not. And then now I'm just going to use my hand mixer, and I'm going to mix all these wet ingredients together. So now that I'm done mixing all of my wet ingredients, I just want to go ahead and in this same bowl, I'm going to add 1.5 cups of flour. I've found that for this recipe, it just goes fairly quickly, and there's definitely less mess if I just use all one bowl. If you prefer to separate out the flour and the wet ingredients, that's fine too. But for this recipe, I just like to make it quick and easy, and so I just mix it all in one bowl. So I'm definitely also in the market for some new mixing spoons. As you can tell, my measuring cups, the little measure of what they are has worn off, and so a lot of the time it seems like I'm trying to figure out, is this half a cup, 2/3 cup? Anyway, so comment and let me know if you guys have some really cute pink or Shabby Chic measuring cups. I would love to know. And then I just added a pinch of salt is what you guys saw me add, and I gave it a little mix up, and then remembered that I needed to add my baking soda. So the next ingredient is a teaspoon of baking soda. So once I have all the ingredients together, I'm just going to go ahead and mix it for about a minute or so. I think I read somewhere that you're not supposed to over mix bread, but again, this is just a super simple, fun, easy family recipe. I've been making this banana bread forever. The kiddos love it. I think it comes out really good. My family loves it, so it's definitely not a professional banana bread, I'm sure, but it sure is tasty. If you guys try this recipe, I think you're really gonna fall in love with it. And then once I'm done mixing it, I just want to go ahead and scrape around the edge of the bowl real quick to make sure I didn't leave anything in the bottom of the pan. And then I always use butter, and I just grease the bottom of my little bread casserole dish. I get real good all along the bottom of the pan and up along the edges and the side. And then I go in with flour, and that really helps my banana bread from sticking. You guys will see at the end, it just pops right out of the baking dish. And I also do this same thing with my baking tin. Actually, this is the first time I cooked this in a glass baking dish. I got this from my mother-in-law, but I was pretty happy with how it came out. It came out really delicious. So you can see I'm just adding the flour. So after I've greased the baking dish, I want to make sure I get the flour all the way around the edges, like I said, and that the whole entire thing is covered really well. I don't want that bread to stick in there and not come out. And then I just shake the excess off into that same little measuring cup I had over there. And then now I'm ready to go ahead and add my delicious banana bread mixture. And let me tell you guys, it came out so yummy. And then once I get it in the pan, I want to go ahead and just kind of smooth the top part out a little bit. That's not something you probably have to do. And then I'm just going to pop it in the oven, and I put it in about the center part of my oven, and then I just want to put the timer on for 40 minutes. Usually I end up cooking it for 50 minutes. The recipe called for 40 to 50 minutes, so depending upon your oven, I usually check it at about 40 minutes to see if it's done. And you can just do that by taking either a butter knife or a fork, and if you put it into the center of the bread and it comes out and there's still dough on it, then you know it needs to cook all the way to 50 minutes. So for this one, I ended up cooking it for 50 minutes, but I did check it at 40 minutes. And now I'm just going to tidy up my kitchen and get everything all cleaned up. I'm so excited for the house to smell like banana bread when my husband and my son come home. My daughter's having a sleepover at her cousin's house, so she'll get to eat a piece tomorrow.
But so I'm just going to go in with my absolute favorite this season. You guys have seen me use this a million times. It's the Honeysuckle All-Purpose Spray. I'm actually starting to run low on it, but you can tell when I'm done with this cleaning that it just cleans so well. Everything's so sparkling and it smells extra delicious, and I get that from the Grove Collaborative website. I've got a coupon code linked down below if you guys want to try it. And so now I've baked my banana bread. It's come out delicious, and I'm just going to go ahead and let it cool for a second or two and then pop it onto a plate. So I usually use 2 plates to do this. And I always make sure I have on my oven mitts too. So you can let your banana bread cool all the way, but I knew I wanted to plate it up and cut it and have a slice. So I just went ahead, and what I do is I flip it over onto one plate, and then I grab another plate and I just flip it on to the next plate. So there you have it. Oh my goodness, my house smells so amazing, and it came out so super delicious. So to cut my banana bread, you want to make sure that you have a serrated edge knife, and that'll give you a nice clean cut, because the edges of banana bread do seem to be kind of a little bit crunchy. And then I love to have a piece of banana bread hot with butter. It is so delicious. And your banana bread is gonna almost look burnt when it comes out of the oven, but it's not. It always has a bit of a darker color.
So, and thank you all so much for joining me and helping me make this banana bread recipe. I am going to link the instructions and the ingredients down below, and you guys comment and let me know if you guys try this recipe, if you also do banana bread this way. I cut myself my favorite piece, which is the end piece. Perfect. Lots of butter. So thank you all so much. Go ahead and click that subscribe button, and we will talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.